Welcome back to the 49ers Gold Mine.
I'm Jeff Ellis.
And I'm Steven Miranda.
And it's what? January 26, 2012!
Yeah, we really can't go through.
You can't!
Look, we lost.
It sucked!
We lost. We're gonna
Kyle Williams!
Well, not all Kyle Williams.
It's not, but come on. It was a great game.
We'll recap the 2017 overtime loss to the New York Giants.
And then we're going to take turns shooting each other.
No, we won't do that. But you know what? Kyle Williams, he was a big man after the game.
Oh, the dude's his character will never be questioned by this guy, that's for sure. We look ahead, though, 49ers roster and this weekend's Pro Bowl, and there's some guys pretty excited to be in Honolulu.
And then we'll also talk about what's next for these 49ers heading into the offseason and next year. Yeah. I'm glad we didn't do the whole show. I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis. Wait, let me do my ER.
We lost the game.
Let me do my ER. Thanks for noticing. No?
All right. Maybe.
We'll do impressions on another show because you know what? We've got the whole offseason to work on impressions.
2017, it took overtime for the New York Giants to beat the San Francisco 49ers in what was a rainy, wet, muddy,
slippery, sloppy candle slop park.
Ugly game. And this was a horrible way to lose after such a spectacular season for the San Francisco 49ers.
You know, you went 6-10 last year. You would go 13-3 this year. You've got the stars, the sky is your future is now, and we've got the new coach, and everything's working great, and we win a divisional championship game on the touchdown pass, and then it's just no.
A 31-yard field goal by Lawrence Tynes, kicked in overtime after a Kyle Williams fumble and a punt, set up the New York Giants to kick themselves into Super Bowl 46. The Niners were this close. But here's the thing, and why I don't put a lot of blame on Kyle Williams. Even though Williams had that gaffe with the ball hitting him on the knee and then in overtime fumbling the punt return, the 49ers at the end of this football game had lots of opportunities. To put the Giants away.
They punted, what, 3 times?
Yeah, each team.
And they barely couldn't even get a first down. And here's my thing about Kyle Williams also, is that it was not his primary responsibility to be out there. It was Ted Ginn's responsibility, and he was injured with the knee and the ankle. And for Jim Harbaugh, a rookie head coach, to go and do as much as he had done, crossing every T, dotting every I, and to leave the backup special teams punt returner and kickoff returner to not get to that, I understand.
Yeah, Ted Ginn Jr. did miss the game. He was out.
This goes different,
inactive.
Steven, with that, I promise you.
I do believe that. I mean, you don't have these gaps, but I don't think that the coach just didn't, say, let's just throw Kyle Williams out there.
I just think there's so much to do as a head coach in the NFL and the overwhelmingness of the postseason and everything that it probably got overlooked a little bit, and there was not enough special teams attention.
I think he's the backup. He's been the backup all season, and if your starter isn't there, you got to go with the backup that's been the backup all season.
And
there's not much you
sometimes
can
the backup isn't as good as the starter, which is why he's the backup.
But you know what? Kyle Williams, stand-up guy,
stood in the locker forever, answering relentless question after question after question.
And the following day, Monday morning, after the dust had settled, he was back at his locker. Reporters were there,
Question after question after question.
And he stood, he thanks his teammates for having his back and for, picking him up. And, I think David Akers came out and said it best. He said, he tweeted, the game is not won or lost by one player or one play. It takes a whole team. And I do agree with that, although the mistakes were pretty obvious there by Kyle Williams. But here's the problem. In social media, Jeffrey, when social media goes wrong, it goes wrong bad. And on Twitter following the game, many people took it upon themselves to send some pretty nasty messages to Kyle Williams.
Including, by nasty you mean death threats?
Yeah, including
that's
some
beyond
death
nasty.
Threats.
That's moronic.
And I hope that, in this day and age, look, back in the past, when you wanted to send a death threat, you'd write a letter anonymous.
No, you actually cut letters out of a magazine and paste them onto a piece of paper.
While you were wearing gloves, and then they can't trace it back to you. Now,
you drop it in a post
on
office
Twitter,
box.
When you don't think and you just say, I hope you die, and I hope somebody kills you, and I hope your whole family dies, and you tweet that to somebody, that is just, that's beyond awful.
It's beyond awful, but there's a paper trail. There is an IP address that's attached to your Twitter account and where you even tweeted from. And guess what, boy? If anyone knows anything and if anyone cares about doing anything right, they will find you and they will put you away for a few days and teach you a lesson.
I hope that you get punished to the fullest extent of the law, Jeffrey, because this has got to stop.
I didn't do it.
I'm not saying you.
You said you, Jeffrey. You're bringing me into the conversation.
Bringing you into the conversation.
Ooh, I didn't do it.
Just, I think it's wrong, and something should be done about it. Otherwise, people are just going to, after any game or anything, just
emote.
I hate you. I hope you die.
You suck. Now, let's look ahead at happier things, Steven. There's several guys in Honolulu right now enjoying the beautiful Hawaiian sky and the sea breezes.
The Pro Bowl roster has 9 San Francisco 49ers. Unfortunately, some are not able to attend because of injury. The starters, though, who will be starting in the Pro Bowl, Justin Smith, Joe Staley, the offensive tackle, and Patrick Willis, the beast at middle linebacker. On special teams, long snapper Brian Jennings, David Akers, the kicker, and Andy Lee, the punter. They'll be working special teams. Now, the 3 guys who were selected to the Pro Bowl but aren't playing because of injury, running back Frank Gore, Deshaun Golson, the free safety, and Carlos Rogers. And, Jeff, Frank Gore's on that list.
Yeah.
Of not going to the Pro Bowl because of injury. Late in that game against the Giants, there was not a lot of Frank Gore getting the rock.
No, there wasn't, and
this injury now.
Yeah, no, I think Frank wasn't playing 100%, but I tell you, when he was in the game, I've never seen anyone in beast mode like he was.
Run as hard.
He was going and leaving it all on the field. Now, what's next for the 49ers? Obviously, we've got the Senior Bowl and the draft coming up. And what are your thoughts? The biggest needs to face in the offseason?
I think the first huge, gigantic question is Alex Smith. Are they going to keep Alex Smith?
He's
done. That the guy
His
to go
contract is up right now at the end of this season.
That's right. So we need to find out, are they going to give him a big contract extension?
As long as coach is there, sign him. That's my take.
Wide receivers.
Get him help. It was so thin, the wide receiving core, that it was making me sick to see guys on the field who had no right being on an NFL field, part of a championship team, trying to make catches and failing.
Big time wide receiver definitely needed. And then you got to decide what's going to happen with some players like Carlos Rogers on the defensive side of the ball. Who are they keeping? I hope they keep that unit intact. Because with the defensive coordinator there, they really got something special on that defensive side of the ball.
It's been a fun season. We want to thank you all for joining us and following along on this wonderful ride.
That's right. Come on back, and if next year the Niners will have us, we'll do it again.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and you'll see all the outrageousness from the Super Bowl, as we'll be covering that next week in Indianapolis.
I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis.
For your 49ers Gold Mine. We're out.